foodies, foodies, you want to be here, okay? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Y'all have been going dumb crazy over the cost of moving video I did to Charlotte, how much money I spent, how much the move cost me. I have been here now for about 4 months. I moved New Year's weekend. It's April. It's April. So I thought in a good pairing with that video would be to do 10 things I felt like you should know before relocating here, just to give you like a better idea of things to look out for, and I think it'll just go well. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. I definitely list out the prices, okay? I wasn't one of those people that was like, oh, it was expensive and I had to do this. Nah, I ran down the coins. There's some lessons learned in there, so definitely go check that out. For those of you who do not know, my name is Patty. What's up? Welcome, and let's get into it because I know y'all hate them long intros. Number one, my first recommendation would be to utilize an apartment locator or a realtor, okay? Listen, stop trying to do everything by yourself. Stop trying to do everything by yourself. There are benefits to it. I worked with an amazing locator, y'all, and she actually has her realtor's license. I did not know in order to promote yourself as such that you had to have that type of license, but you do. And the benefit is, y'all, they know the city. They know the city. They also know like what new builders are building new places, because that's really going to be to your benefit, because when you get in on those new areas, those new builds, those new constructions, y'all, you save some coins, okay? You save some coins. I will have on the screen who I used. Melissa was absolutely amazing. Y'all, she set me up. She found me places. She listed out the pros and cons based off of my desires. She set up my appointments. It was super easy. She took that stress away. Now, I am renting, so as far if you're looking to buy a house, I recommend you head over to the Things You Can Do in Charlotte Facebook group. Drop that you're looking for a realtor, y'all, and they will be on you, okay? They will be on you like bees on a flower. They will be like on the attack. So make sure that you're ready for that, because you will get plenty of feedback and plenty of people you'll have to go through and vet. But stop trying to do it by yourself, okay? I highly recommend, if possible, that you move during the fall and the winter. Summertime, y'all, the prices go up. The prices go up. I mean, like, it could be almost $500 more per month than it is if you rent in like November, December, January, February. Now, if you have a family, then obviously that's probably not gonna work for you, because who really wants to uproot their kids in the middle of a school year? But if you're by yourself, if you're in a relationship and you don't have children, I highly recommend it, okay? All right, y'all, so number two would be the rent's high. It's not a cheap place to live by any means necessary, y'all. I definitely feel like the prices are comparable to the DC area. That is where I moved from. I was born and raised in Richmond, Virginia. I moved up to the DC area after college, and I lived there for about 7-8 years. But I will say, what I was paying for my 1-bedroom, 1-bath in Alexandria, I now have a 2-bedroom and 2-bath. I also would say, y'all, the further you are from the city center, uptown, the cheaper the prices are gonna be and the more space that you're going to get. My priorities were space. When I was talking to Melissa, when she was helping me look for places, I was like, space. The city, living in the city is cool, don't get me wrong. You can walk to so many different areas, but I want space. I work from home. I don't want to feel like I'm in a shoebox. There were definitely some really nice towers in Uptown, South End area, but I did not want to be in a studio for what I could have for a 2-bed, 2-bath, you know? But the rent is high, and unfortunately, y'all, the rent is high everywhere. It is going up almost everywhere, and I definitely feel bad for a lot of people because I know not everyone can afford it. So my best advice would be to utilize that apartment locator or realtor, y'all, and look outside of the city. I really like North Charlotte area. I really like Concord, and even look at the South Carolina side, y'all. People live in, like, I think it's called Rockville. I'll look it up and have it on the screen. And Gastonia, those are both like below the borders on the South Carolina side. But I think Rock Hill is only like 20 minutes from Uptown. So think about that and consider that, especially if I had family, y'all. Right now, being here for this amount of time, I'm probably gonna purchase in Concord. I really, really like it. But there's still other areas to explore. But y'all, it's the coins. Number 3, y'all, would be the traffic. The traffic, there is traffic, there's traffic. People talk about, I think it's I-77, 77, some road named 77, y'all. And they say it's really, really bad. So if you are coming from a larger area like Atlanta, LA, New York, DC, you used to it, and it's not that bad to you. It's definitely traffic congestion, but coming from the area that I was in, where it would take me 45 minutes to an hour plus just to go 10 miles, at least the traffic here moves. But if you're coming from a smaller town, then babes, it's gonna be something you have to get used to, and it's going to suck. Depending on what area you live in, which is again circling back to number 1 of why I say utilize an apartment locator or a realtor, because they can factor those things in for you, for sure. All right, y'all. Going to number 4, y'all. There are tons of breweries. I'm gonna have it on the screen, y'all. I don't know why I cannot pronounce it for anything, but they are everywhere. So if you love beer, this is the place you want to be. I feel like it's a rite of passage, so I'm going to be trying to get into it. There's a whole language that I don't think everyone knows, just similar to wine. So I'm still on the ciders. I'm still decided, y'all, but I'm trying to grow. But they are everywhere. It don't matter what side of town you live on, they are everywhere. All right, let's go on to number, are we on number 5? Yes, number 5, y'all. The food. Foodies. You want to be here, okay? I have seen a couple people say that the food here is not good. And my response to that is, if you do not have an expensive palate, just say that. If you don't have a lot of exposure, just say that. If you're basic, just say that. There are loads of amazing restaurants here, y'all. I do know some people just don't, they just want to walk in somewhere, but I am a foodie, and as a foodie, I vet places, okay? I'm looking at Yelp reviews. I want to see diversity in the comments, okay? If I'm going to an Indian restaurant and I don't see any ethnic people in the comments, if there are not Indian people backing up this Indian restaurant, I ain't fixing to go. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. But they do have fine dining, y'all, good soul food, good seafood. There are always new restaurants opening up. When you are vetting food reviews and talking to people, y'all, the same thing as when you're traveling, I try to kind of gauge where people are from. If you only ever lived in one area, if you really haven't traveled a lot outside the country, then sometimes those do play a factor in how people are going to give you responses and food critiques. So definitely keep that in mind. But if you are a foodie that loves all different types of food, then you will be well fed here. There's a culinary experience I'm dying to do for my birthday, y'all, where it is like 10 meals and 10 pairings of wine. It does cost a coin. Just got some coin and they hit like $2.50. But I'm so excited, y'all. Like when I say all the tiers, all the levels, okay? You just want junk food to fine dining, it is here. Okay, rolling into number 6. One of the things that I really love about Charlotte and that really enticed me to move here is that there's always something to do. There's always a festival going on, there's always events going on, there's always comedy shows, there's just stuff to do all the time. And for different types of people, right? If you're outdoorsy, they have different outdoor types of athletic clubs and things. They have like a white water rafting group. Can't think of the name of it. Wonderful places to hike. If you like to party, there's more and more bars, tons of rooftops, there's clubs. If you are artsy, y'all, art in Charlotte is taking off. Like the creative art community, ma'am, sir. But I will say again, y'all, you gotta do your research, okay? You gotta do your research. You got to put forth some effort. But there's always something going on. All right. Number 7 is there's a lot of social clubs here. So I have seen some people be like, oh, it's hard to make friends. Oh, I want to meet people. But to everything, y'all, you gotta put in some effort, okay? You can't just go and sit at a cubby in a restaurant and just think people are just gonna come up to you. You gotta talk, say hi, what's up? And there are social clubs here, y'all, so many social clubs. In the moving video where I break down the cost, I list a lot of Instagram pages, TikToks, Facebook groups where you can find people that want to do things. Different social clubs. If you've been keeping up with my blogs or if you're new here, y'all, I'm a part of the XO Influencer social group as well as the Queen Society, which is a little bougie, a little luxurious experiences. But y'all, there's things out here and you have to try, and you can't be one of those people that have one bad experience and be like, okay, that's it, woe is me. You gotta try, so keep trying. Going to number 8, y'all. I definitely think that Charlotte is family friendly. I cannot tell you how many schools and daycares and child-friendly entertainment areas and centers there are here. There's tons of children, which makes my heart happy. So there's definitely a lot to do. I definitely think it's family friendly. Again, circling back to number 1, definitely use a realtor or apartment locator that can help you, because I definitely think you want to live in an area that has a really good school system, and y'all, they know the city. Utilize our resources, y'all. We gotta stop trying to do everything on our own. Okay, y'all, number 9 is the laws. I don't want to get, I don't know how to say this, so I'm just gonna come out and say it, okay? In the state of the world, in the state of the US, in the state of politics, it is very, very important for you to look up certain laws before you're moving to a state. Definitely look at the gun laws. Definitely look at the abortion laws. I really don't want people to be blowing up the comments about their feelings about things. But I will just say that North Carolina has some trash abortion laws. They're not as bad as Texas, but they're not good. So if family planning is something that is important to you, if having those resources are important to you. If you don't have the finances and the resources to be able to go to another state or another country, that's something that's very important to consider. And I'm gonna leave that at that because I don't want to get emotional and I don't want y'all like going crazy in the comments. Another law that y'all need to look at, I would suggest, is the weed laws. So I moved from an area where it was legal. Y'all know in DC they blowing it down. Even in Virginia now, but North Carolina has, I don't know, I just thought it was legal everywhere, but apparently it's not. So if that's something that's important to you, look up the laws, y'all. I will say I smell it everywhere. I smell it everywhere, so I don't think it'd be hard for you to find a cadet. Okay, we're moving on. Number 10, y'all, I would like to just say my biggest advice is this experience is your own and you have to make it your own. I can tell you what works for me, somebody else can tell you what works for them, this person can tell you what they like, but you have to be someone that is determined and determined to make it a good experience, y'all. Like, you have to, I know everything is just so negative these days, y'all. There's just so much negativity everywhere. People spend more time complaining and talking about bad things than they do good things. But in my heart of hearts, y'all, I feel like you could thrive almost anywhere. I feel like a lot has to do with mental. Most of it has to do with mental and emotional and your spiritual state. If you've been rocking with me, you know I rocks with God, and you know I pray about everything. I'm not holier than thou, okay? Your girl still go crazy when she hear Cash Money taking over for the 99s, 2000s. But I will say that this experience is yours. It can be super exciting. It can help you get out your comfort zone. And I think it'll be a wonderful experience if you choose to make it one. Know that anything in life, y'all, it comes with bumps in the road, trials and tribulations. Everything's not gonna be a walk in the park, but you have to have some type of bounce back. Some type of bounce back to be able to just thrive and to grow and to keep a positive attitude. I know that sounds so cliche and just like, oh, be positive, but no, for real. Because you'll attract positive people. And there are wonderful people here, y'all. The people here have been so warm, so inviting, and y'all, you gotta be a little aggressive when trying to make friends, but in a good way, in a respectful way. One of the girls I hang out with, I met her at a fitness class, y'all. She was giving out her phone number. I was like, oh, you from such and such. After class, I was like, hey, so you wanna try this class? Is it okay we exchange numbers? You looking for friends? You gotta try, you gotta be willing to just keep going, even if you stumble. Oh, another thing is, people have been asking me about dating, y'all, and I'm just getting back out there, well, just putting myself back out there, because your girl been single for a good little minute. And honestly, y'all, as you are an adult, and you probably already know, dating can be a little bit ghetto, okay? It's a little bit ghetto, but again, you gotta keep trying. Limit how much of that negative relationship talk that you entertain and listen to on social media, y'all. But I've had bad experiences. I think everyone has bad experiences, but I'm fixing to keep trying. So if you got a friend, you know somebody, let them know the DMs is open. The DMs is open. Like for real, not for play. And just keep trying. Oh, that's it. That's all I got to say. You got any questions about anything, drop them down in the comments below. I hope this was helpful. If you have cost related questions, definitely go check out that video, y'all, because that was very real, very honest. I learned some things that I'm sure could benefit you. All right, y'all, that's it. Bye.